Welcome back to the Raider D podcast. I am the Raider D, and today we are talking about Davante Adams giving his real opinion about the offensive genius mastermind guru, Josh McDaniels. And what he really thought about his offense is pretty interesting. I mean, we all kind of knew from just the little tidbits that were coming out over the past couple years with Josh McDaniels, how players really felt about his offense. And we kind of got the sense that he was making it more complicated than it really needed to be. And I attribute this to Josh McDaniels having little man syndrome. So he tries to prove that he's the smartest guru in the building by coming up with the most complicated BS that you could possibly imagine. Lawyers do this all the time. They come up with terms so that nobody else knows what in the world they're talking about. It just makes you feel like you absolutely have to spend $400 an hour to hire a lawyer, right? We know Josh McDaniels had that control freak, mastermind type Napoleon little man syndrome. So it's no surprising that he would make his offense overly complicated, and this makes him seem like he's some kind of a genius. In reality, a true offensive mastermind gets results, and without Brady, this guy has not gotten results with really any quarterback out there. So let's just jump right into what Davante Adams has to say here. He was on a podcast, 2Gs in a Pod is the name of their podcast. I did see some clips of it. It was pretty funny. And also, stick around because Davante Adams kind of lets it slip about a quarterback that he would like. He's a free agent. He's going to be a free agent. He's a veteran. He's pretty darn good. Davante Adams kind of let it slip that maybe the Raiders should go out and bring this guy in for 2024. Not hating on AOC whatsoever, but there's a free agent out there that Davante Adams likes. So let's see, what does Davante Adams have to say here? Adams said that the scheme brought to the Raiders by Josh McDaniels required an elite quarterback to nickel and dime and hit on every cylinder consistently. And so he's saying, like, this is a nickel and dime offense, right? You're just getting these little 3 and 4 and 5 and 7 yard passes. This would be great offense, I think, for Bo Nix, except for, you make it so difficult to understand what the plays are. Too many people just simply could not handle it. He says we couldn't be consistent enough on offense to be a playoff level team. We definitely had the pieces. In my opinion, I think it's going to be a whole new year next year. The system itself made it hard enough for us to succeed. You need a Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers to go in there and have your quarterback hit on every cylinder consistently. That offense is just a nickel and dime offense. I feel like based on what we have personnel-wise, we could have done a lot better. But the scheme itself kind of held us back. We worked with what we had, and we definitely didn't execute the best that we could have at all times. Next year, with a little bit of a different scheme on offense mixed in with what we have personnel-wise, I think we'll be able to unlock a different version of our team. Now, look, we know this from Derek Carr's 1 year stint in this offense. And in the post-game losses, you can see Derek Carr clearly saying, hey, I'm just putting the ball where the coach exactly wants me to put it. Now, in all of Derek Carr's career, that has never been the case. He's had a lot more freedom to do what he needed to do, and he had a lot of success. I know there's Derek Carr haters out there. I'm not one of them. I appreciate everything he did for the Raiders. Once a Raider, always a Raider. So we would love to have him retire his jersey. He does have the record for the most fourth quarter comebacks in Raider history. He did a lot of good for us, but let's be 100% honest. He also is the fourth quarter comeback king of the Raiders because our defense simply could not hold up a lead. It didn't matter. We'd have the lead in the fourth quarter, and we think, okay, we got this in the bag, and the defense would just lay down and die, and the opposing offense would quickly go down and score a touchdown, and then come back and score another touchdown. And so we were always trying to play catch up with these other teams. So he had a lot of freedom to do that. He did a lot of good things. But once he got into Josh McDaniels' offense, all that autonomy was taken away, and Derek Carr felt constrained. He was literally being told, you're going to throw this pass and only this pass. I don't care who else is open on the field. You do it my way or it's the highway. That was, Josh McDaniels' Napoleon syndrome. And now we have Davante Adams clearly saying the whole reason why the offense has been terrible since McDaniels got there is because of Josh McDaniels. Now, we already knew this, but to have Davante Adams, a superstar in the NFL, come out and criticize a former coach's offense and plan. Now, he's not criticizing McDaniels as a man. He's criticizing the offense. He's criticizing the scheme. So let's not go crazy, okay? I think now that we have gotten rid of that entire scheme, Bo Hardegree is also now gone. Even though we appreciate what he did for us in the last 9 games, he did his best. He's going to get another quarterback's job somewhere. But it looks like to me that Pierce is cleaning house. So everybody associated with McDaniels' offense is going to be gone. Interesting tidbit is that he has brought in Marvin Lewis as a coach onto the staff. Now, we don't know the extent of what Marvin Lewis is going to be doing. This guy was the Cincinnati Bengals head coach for a long time. I think he's the current defensive coordinator over at Arizona State. He's the one that gave Pierce a job in college. And now Pierce is bringing him back to the NFL. I think this is an excellent move by Pierce. You bring in your mentors, especially in your first full year, to kind of help guide you through all of these processes that you as a rookie coach really haven't had the opportunity to learn. So putting him on the payroll, having him there in the building every day rather than just a phone call, excellent move by Pierce. Pierce is already showing that he is a leader of men, and a true leader of men is one that can take advice and be humble. Something Josh McDaniels should learn, though I don't think he ever will. The fact that Pierce is saying, I don't know everything, so let me go and grab a great NFL coach and bring him into the staff so I have his brain to pick every single day. And I can lean on him for knowledge and wisdom. That's a leader. That's a true leader. And so kudos to Pierce. Now, I told you guys that there's a quarterback situation with the Raiders. We know that. Aiden O'Connell has the potential to be a good quarterback. He is a statue, and he gets sacked a lot. But even mobile quarterbacks get sacked a lot. Justin Fields gets sacked a lot, and he's a mobile quarterback, okay? So let's just kind of even that playing field. Just because you're not a mobile quarterback doesn't mean you're going to get sacked more than a mobile quarterback. However, there is one Kirk Cousins who is going to be a free agent. And Davante Adams really likes Kirk Cousins. On a final note, it doesn't sound like Adams wouldn't be upset moving forward with Aiden O'Connell at quarterback. Assuming that doesn't happen, Davante also mentioned Kirk Cousins as a quarterback that he has a lot of respect for, which might be something to keep in mind as Raiders enter into the offseason as a strong candidate to make an aggressive move for a quarterback. Listen, you're going to get Kirk Cousins for a pretty good price. He's a veteran quarterback that brings a ton of talent and abilities. Yes, he gets hurt sometimes, but again, you got AOC in the background. And this way, we're not having to reach to go get a top-tier QB in the draft. Look, we got AOC. Let's continue to develop him. Let's solidify that offensive line. Possibly we bring in Kirk Cousins. I'm just saying. Let's take a look at it, see how he's looking. With that, guys, make sure
just win, baby.